Hi students, welcome to the session on fundamental theorem of gradient. Before we learn this fundamental theorem of gradient, we must know a fundamental theorem of derivative, right? So this fundamental theorem of gradient is very important. By using this principle, we are going to understand some other theorems that are going to play huge role in our subject. So first we learn about fundamental theorem of derivatives. Right, this we have done already. Just a recall. What is that? Suppose let us assume I want to find the integral of differentiation f dash of x dx. We know that for this answer will be integral of differentiation will be the original function f of x a to b, that is equal to f of b minus f of a. What we understand from here is the integral of the, right, so the integral of the derivative over interval a to b is given by, right, the value of the function at endpoints, right. So instead of integrating this derivative over interval, we can find the value of integration by substituting the value of endpoints and subtracting. That's what this theorem states, right. This is known as fundamental theorem of derivative. By using the same principle, we are going to develop fundamental theorem of gradient, right? So let us assume that this is a path, right? So from A to B, this is the starting, this is the end, like this, A to B over interval, A to B. I am having, right, one scalar function t as usual. It is in 3 dimensions, so we represent this by t of x, y, z, right? Okay, why we take 3 dimension? Because we are in our subject, we are going to find everything in space. So we take 3 dimension, right? Let us start from this point A and move over smallest distance dl1 vector, right? Because this is the direction, not this is the direction. So vector involves displacement, right? So we know that the change is given by, already we studied gradient dt, the change in t is given by dt is equal to del t in dot dl1, right. So if you have any doubt, please refer my video on gradient. So this is first one. Next it is dt1, right. Similarly, if we move to second, from here to here, del t dot dl2, right. Next here it is going in this direction, so del t dot dl3, like that it will move from here to here. So it is a continuous, we have to take every point and we find the change. So ultimately continuous means if I want to total t, what we have to do, I have to integrate from starting point a to b, right, del t, I found this one, I found this one, everything I have to integrate it because it is a continuous parameter. So del t dot dl, right. So which will be equal to tb minus ta. What is that? Just the same principle. Here differentiation of integration of different derivative is given by the value of the function at end point. Similarly, you see it is sorry, del t dot dl, the value of the integral of derivative, right, it is a derivative del t over interval is given by the value of the function t at the end point a and b. This is called fundamental theorem of gradient, right. So this is very important. Fine, this is fundamental theorem of gradient. Fundamental theorem of gradient. Here you see why it is a del tb minus ta, because it is a derivative. Del is nothing but dou by dou x operator, so it will be integral of derivative. Surely it will be endpoints are enough. So from this what we can understand, you see it relates line and point, line and its endpoints. Yes, integral over a to b, and we find what is the total change from one point to another point. Here it is starting point A. From here you find change like that you have done. That is what your left hand side. How did this is mathematically it is TB minus TA that we know, but how we can represent logically? Let us take one example. Let us take one building, right? That is the height of straight line I will draw. This is the height of the building. My line is very, it's not straight, so please adjust. It is the height of the building, right? It is a ground. Let us assume it is 0 meter. It is 100 meter. We can measure it in two ways. What we can do, we can take a ruler and find this is some distance, right? Let us take it is 5 meter. This is 5 meter, like that. 5 meter, 5 meter, 5 meter. That's what your left hand side is talking about, right? What I did, I find delta dl1, delta dl2, delta dl, then add it. It is a discrete here, so we can use some, but there it is for every point we have to find it, so we have taken integration. So this is the way we can find 100 meter. That's what left hand side. What is the other way we can find the height of the building? You take altimeter, place here. This will go 100. This will show 0. So subtract maximum minus minimum. We will get 100. You don't need to go each step by step and find the value. Right? That's what your right hand side. So here you see end point. This is for each and every nook and corner. Right? Moreover, another thing is you see del t is present here. Del t is gradient. Gradient is maximum slope or least slope or maximum change or maximum or minimum change. So you see it will give maximum change. So only if we go in the direction of maximum slope, this is the maximum slope direction, right? And then only you can say 100 minus 0 will be possible. Suppose if you are measuring like this by using scale like this, like this, like this, if you go like this, surely it won't give 100 meter, it will give high distance. Clear or not? So at that time, this will not work. So if there is del t, then only we can put TB minus TA. It is logical. Mathematically, we can put directly. I am talking about logical. If it is del t, we can put dp minus t of b minus t of a. That means we have to go in the direction of maximum change. This is a maximum slope. It is not a maximum slope. If we go in this direction, my ruler should be kept like this. First, next like this, next like this, next like this. This is the direction of maximum change. Del t dot dl. It is dl direction. It is del t direction. Then only it will give what you call as maximum. That's what it is vector. So it denotes direction. So del t goes along the direction of dl. Then only we will get end point will give the same answer. Otherwise it won't work. Right? That is the important point. So integral a to b del t dot dl vector will give tb minus ta. Very, very important. This is a fundamental theorem of gradient, and you know it relates what? It relates line and its end. What is the end of line? Point. Yes or no? That's what you have seen here, right? Instead of taking each and every line and a line, you can find from the its end. What is the end of any line? This is one point, this is starting point, it is the end point. End of a line is point. So fundamental theorem relates line and its end, which is nothing but a point. Right? Point is nothing but a end of line. Two ends of a line is a point. Okay, so fundamental theorem relates line and its end. Okay, next, what are the two important corollary? Here you see, suppose if you put del t dot dl, now you see closed integral. It is open integral. Closed integral means starting and end point will be 0. So TB is equal to TA. So the answer is 0. This you can use it in competitive exam directly. Right? This is corollary 1. What about corollary 2? A to B, right? Del T dl, you see, this is independent of path taken because we need only final point, right? So independent of path taken from A to B. Why? Because right hand side TB minus TA. Only n points are enough. I don't need about path. So that's what your fundamental theorem of gradient says. I hope you understand the concept very well. If you are having any doubt, please ask me in comment section. Thank you.